Yo, I got to laugh, right? Again, how they engage in nonsense and bullshit. So I'm gonna show you again. Talk about mystical manipulation. So I get off the bus, right? I'm getting off the bus. This lady stands up, and this other woman was like, oh look, there's a bottle. There's a watch out for the bottle there. So the woman that was sitting down, right? And when I got on the bus, there was no bottle there. So she must have dropped the bottle on the floor, an empty water bottle, right? Again, I'm gonna show you guys how they manipulate people and how they try to manipulate you and I as TIs. So I get off the bus. There's cars parked up in the bus stop now, right? Now there was a red car as I got the bus right in front of me. I couldn't go to the front of it because it had very little space between the red car and the car in front of it. So I had to go to the back of the red car. Then the back of the red car, there's a gray car, right? So as I'm walking in between the back of the red car and the gray car, there's an empty water bottle on the floor, right? So as I come to the sidewalk, the person in the gray car which had their door open. Now mind you, they didn't get out of the car, neither did they get in the car. They just had the door open, and as I got up on the sidewalk, they closed the door. So again, I want you guys to understand how those sort of mystical manipulation works, right? It's all orchestrated. They do things to manipulate your direction, where you go, stuff like that. It's all manipulation, right? But as a believer, you're not going to see it. You're not going to see it for what it is, which is manipulation, tricks, right? Technology being used, psychological manipulation, right? Study of human behavior, your behavior, in order to predict, and also in order to direct you, right? Which is where silent sound comes in, right? BCI, silent sound, to give you instructions to go here, go there, right? And then to try to make it look like it's, like it's something supernatural going on. And it's very basic and very petty when you really truly understand, right? You see, they understand what it is that they're doing, okay? Right? You don't. And again, you're talking about when you have a large group of people who have been recruited, right, through slander, through basically destroying your name, villainizing you, right, in order to control you, in order to silence you from speaking out about their illegal non-consensual human experimentation. Right? And they're very good at it, and using religious people, using the believers, okay, because that's what they do. They believe. They don't know anything other than their belief system. Yeah, they may know their job, and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about information, the truth. They don't know that, right? So religion is a tool used to dumb down their mind and continue to dumb down their mind. Like a zombie. Because I've been walking back and forth with this thumb and this mouth. Look. Shit that it is doing, grabbing it, but you can tell them I'm not gay. Okay? So I want you guys to understand. And this is, and like I said, particularly within the black community, it's an effective way of destroying black leadership. Black males, black female leadership to control people. And I think this is why, if you look at the black elites, they don't do anything, right? They're the only group of people who don't really have a vision for their people. They have visions for themselves in terms of what they want to accomplish and what they want to do, what have you, such. But when it comes to being true leaders, Malcolm X said it. They put these celebrities up there as leaders. They're not leaders. When you had what is it? Genocide Joe, right? Meeting with Fat Joe and meeting with what's her name? Sexy Red. No, that's Sexy Red. Sorry, Gorilla. Like seriously, this again. Malcolm X said it, man. White people give us our lead. For going forward, they give us our leaders, and these are not leaders. These are celebrities. These are people who, are very egotistical, right? And again, it's not their fault, totally. Like I said, when it comes to black people, black and brown people always look at the cause, right? We're just displaying the symptoms of the effect of systemic racism, right? Now, what Neely Fuller would say as, not Neely Fuller, but white supremacy, right? And we don't quite understand how we are being manipulated in all areas of our lives. Okay? Not just a white person walking on the street calling you the N-word. Not just you, they refusing to serve you. We're talking about all areas. We're talking about psychological, educational, finance, right? Medical, technological, okay? Chemical, environmental, all areas that affect our lives negatively. And you look at the only areas that don't, well, it does affect our life negatively, but the only area in which now they can no longer control is the independent creative process of black people, right? And when they can't control that, what they start to see within the past couple of years, you remember all these rappers dying, getting killed? Either they were building the community or teaching others to make money through the music, through the independent, to go independent, right? Whereas in the past, the record label will control you, will give you these deals, and these deals never really worked out for the artists, right? But you remember that. So when these people want to act as if they don't have your best interest at heart, and you should know that. I keep saying, don't go by what they say. I got gum stuck in the bottom of my shoe, or whatever the hell that is. Don't go by what they say. Go by what you see they do. And when you start looking at it from that perspective, then you'll understand. I know it might be too much for people because, again, most of us are too afraid to call out the racism that we see. Right? Most of us are too scared. Okay? Because we know that, that's if we start speaking out, and particularly what they've been doing the past decade and a half, is to, and actually that even now you start to see some states where when you call out racism, they'll charge you with a crime. A false, who was it? There was a police officer, black police officer, who filed a complaint against another police officer who had racially profiled him. He was, changing his tie on the sidewalk, and the white officer came out, and it's like, not, hey, can I help you? It's like, you're changing the tire on the side of the road, and you have a phone in your hand. Like, that's a crime, right? You know what I'm saying? And then tase him. Even when he told him that he's a police officer, tase him. And so when the black officer complained, they fired him, right? And then charged him for making a false accusation of racism and discrimination, right? Again, we're not looking at this shit. I see for black people living in big cities, they think that they're exempt from this shit, right? But they should understand the liberals have a different way of doing things, a more covert way, right? A more under the radar type of way, okay? But we do see when black police officers and Hispanic police officers come out and speak on, stop and frisk, the ticketing of minorities, I should say minorities, but black and Hispanic people, but predominantly black people, what they call quarters, and we know that they still do quarters even up to this day. They still engage in that, even though it has been ruled unconstitutional. This is what they do. When the pro-Palestine protest was happening, you see them make false claims about a grenade in Uber, and in order to engage in the assault and the arrest of protesters. You know what I'm saying? This is what these people do, right? Okay? So you got to understand that. And also, by the way, they've been targeting me on Facebook a lot lately too, since I've been more and more vocal. Like I said, whenever they start attacking me like this, I get more and more vocal on my in terms of reporting, right? So now on Facebook, they are engaging in, again, you know, another form of harassment. All right, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.